While on vacation alone in a mobile home, Joanne Altsman suffered a heart attack. Luckily, she had an unusual pet with her, a Vietnamese pot-bellied pig named Lulu. Lulu realized Joanne was in trouble and turned out to be a very resourceful piglet. The animal ran to the road and tried to stop the approaching cars by lying in front of them. Ignored by most, after 40 minutes, the determined pig finally managed to get the attention of a young man. He followed Lulu and found Joanne lying on the floor. Thanks to Lulu, the ambulance was called in the nick of time. 78-year-old Noel Osborne broke his hip and was left lying immobile on the floor of his remote farm. He was found by his goat Mandy, who then kept him company by sleeping beside him for 5 days, before he was finally found by visiting friends. Mandy didn't only keep him company, she also helped him survive by letting him milk her every day. The man managed to sustain himself on goat milk before he was finally rescued. Yang Yoon almost drowned during a diving contest without scuba equipment, but she was rescued by a friendly beluga whale called Mila. Mila was one of the whales in the Chinese Polar Aquarium the competition was being held at. Interacting with humans her whole life, Mila noticed Yoon was in trouble before anyone else did. The girl had gotten cramps in her leg due to the extreme temperatures and couldn't swim to the surface. Mila came to her rescue, gently grabbing her by the leg and successfully pushing her up to safety. Willie the Parrot is an honored animal lifesaver, earning his prestigious award after saving 2-year-old Hannah's life. While her babysitter was in the bathroom, Hannah started choking on a Pop-Tart. Willie noticed the little girl was in trouble and called out for help. Flapping his wings as hard as he could, the parrot yelled out the words "Mama baby" hysterically over and over again until he caught the babysitter's attention. The babysitter rushed in to see what the fuss was about. She then managed to help Hannah, who had already started turning blue. As soon as she saw rancher Fiona Boyd was in trouble, Carrie the horse ran over to protect her and probably saved her life in the process. Boyd was viciously attacked by a calf's defensive mother when Carrie rushed to her side. The enraged cow suddenly knocked the woman down and started stampeding over her. Carrie saw Boyd curled up on the floor and rushed to the rescue, successfully fending off the cow and giving Boyd a chance to pull herself together and escape. A little boy named Levon accidentally fell into the gorilla zoo enclosure at the Jersey Zoo. With broken limbs and a fractured skull, Levon was lucky he ended up falling next to Jambo. The silverback gorilla took the unconscious boy under his wing, gently stroking him to provide comfort. Jambo watched over the boy until he regained consciousness, defending him from the others. The gorilla made it easy for people to rescue Levon when they had finally realized what happened. When a gasoline-powered water pump let out deadly fumes in their home, none of the Kieslings noticed the odorless gas, except for Winnie. The cat picked up on the disturbance and alerted the rest of the family by meowing so loudly the owner said it sounded like screaming. The cat managed to get the woman out of bed and noticed the building was filled with toxic fumes. Disoriented from the gas's effect, Kathy barely managed to dial 911. If Winnie hadn't woken her up, the couple and their son would have died of carbon monoxide poisoning. 8-year-old Amber Mason was on vacation with her family in Thailand when the 2005 tsunami hit the coastal area. On the morning of the tsunami, Amber was playing on the beach with her new friend, a 4-year-old elephant named Ning Nong. The elephant sensed the upcoming wave even before it hit, and with Amber on his back, started running inland. When the water finally crashed over them, the animal protected Amber by standing still and bracing himself against the wave. Her parents were so grateful that they decided to help support Ning Nong with monthly payments made to his owner. Ben Heinrichs was working in his family workshop in Alaska when a heater started a fire, fueled by chemicals in the shop. Ben and his dog Buddy fled, but it was the dog who managed to save the shop by finding help. The police had been notified about the fire by the neighbors, but in the rough landscape with winding country roads, the dispatch trooper had no luck locating the fire, at least not until Buddy showed up. The German Shepherd ran out to find the car and guided it through the woods, straight to the shop. A team of field biologists were studying a group of dolphins when one of them broke away from a feeding circle and rushed into deeper waters. The other dolphins soon followed, eventually forming a circle around a dark object. Intrigued by the unorthodox behavior of the animals, the team followed the dolphins to what they discovered was a drowning girl. They managed to pull the girl out and make it to the shore in time. The girl made a full recovery, although she was found with a suicide note on her. If the dolphins hadn't noticed her when they did, she wouldn't have made it out alive.